I'm just going to read out this publication that was published by the Grand Lodge of Italy. And it's in Italian, but I'm just going to do a Google translation for you because I do think it's interesting. And the title is Francis, Il Papa degli Ultimi, the Pope of the last ones. You'll see the translation now when I put it in here. Francis, the Pope of the last. And it just goes as follows. The Great Lodge of Italy, of the ancients, free, accepted Masons, joins the universal condolence of the death of Pope Francis, a pastor who, with his magisterium and his life, embodied the values of the Brotherhood, humility, and the search for planetary humanism. Coming from the end of the world, Jorge Maria Bergoglio was able to change the church, bringing the revolutionary teaching of St. Francis of Assisi back to the current affairs of history. In this moment of mourning, our communion intends to pay tribute to the vision of Pope Francis, whose work is connoted with a deep resonance of the principles of Freemasonry, the centrality of the person, respect for the dignity of each individual, and the construction of a community of solidarity, the pursuit of the common good. His encyclical, Fratelli Tutti, represents a manifesto. Freedom, equality, and brotherhood is the triple value asset of Freemasonry. Overcoming divisions, ideologies, single thought to recognize the richness of differences and to build a united humanity in diversity. This is what Francis ardently wanted, the same design pursued by the Grand Lodge of Italy. Pope Francis was able to combine faith and reason, complementary dimensions of a human experience, renewing the Anselmian principle of credo ut intelligem, a faith capable of questioning, of accepting doubt and dialogue, which we also find in Masonic initiatory method, founded on the path free of dogmas, substantiated by the incessant search for truth. Francis' pontificate has put the last ones at the centre, along with the care of the planet and an ethics of development based on human dignity. This too is found in the Masonic construction of the inner temple based on tolerance, solidarity, and resistance against hatred and ignorance, and finds a deep correspondence in the pastoral care of Bergoglio, who, with his sweet revolution, showed that humility and dialogue are instruments of authentic strength. In the read of Francesco Economy and the vision of a common home, the Masonry supports the commitment to a sustainable, fair, and supportive future. In this time crossed by serious criticalities, the Great Lodge of Italy is found in Pope Francis' appeal for a planetary consciousness, which recognizes humanity as a community of destiny. We honor his memory by continuing to work for an ethics of the limit, for the respect of the other, and for the construction of a temple founded on solidarity, freedom of thought, and universal brotherhood. Obviously, God is not important in this anymore. Luciano Romoli, Great Master of the Grand Lodge of Italy of the ALAM, Rome, April 22nd, 2025. Very interesting statement here. Of course, God isn't mentioned because this is a construction of Freemasonic thought. I mean, when Fratelli Tutti came out, a lot of us said, well, look, this is copy-paste what you would get in any Freemasonic thought. Freedom, equality, and brotherhood. But not God. God isn't founded, you know. And, you want to build a temple founded on solidarity, freedom of thought, and universal brotherhood. What about a temple that Christ wanted to give us? We are temples of the Holy Spirit. Anyway, interesting to see this very warm tribute from the Great Lodge of Italy to the late Pope Francis. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.